No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write it down. All right. I need a pen too.
He gave his,
you know.
okay. He gave his last copy to
Yep.
me.
From center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. This is Blue Sox baseball on the Blue Sox Baseball Network here on YouTube. Old rivals meet again. The Lexington Blue Sox and the Andre Chiefs. As the first pitch is on the outer edge for strike one. To the Andre Chiefs leadoff batter Juan Parra. Parra takes ball one and the count is even. Sam Feely here with you. As this is skied into right center field, and this will be caught by the center fielder Josue Feliciano for out number one of the ball game, and Parra, speed threat, is retired.
Nick Valdario, next batter.
Nick Valdario, the number 2 hitter for the Chiefs. Valdario entering play, 354, 4 doubles, 1 triple, 10 ribbies. Fastball on the outer edge, and we're even at 1. Blue Sox coming into play with the best winning percentage in the Intercity League at 11-6 and coming in with a 6-game winning streak. Chiefs not doing too bad themselves. 4-game winning streak to pull themselves at 500 at 10-10-1. Something's got to give here with the final 2 weeks of the regular season upon us. Strike 2 to Valdario. Valdario 11 for 11 in stolen bases this season and had 4 consecutive games earlier this season in which he stole 2 bases each. The last of those games, of those 4 straight games with 2 steals, was part of a 3-for-4 effort with 2 runs and an RBI on June 24th against the Blue Sox. Another pop-up into the outfield. Camping under it is Eli Perez to make the catch for out number 2. Jack Pulowski on the mound for the Blue Sox, and so far he's gotten the first 2. And here is one of the legends of our game, Teddy Juba. Juba, the longtime catcher for the Alabrandis, now playing for the Chiefs. Many former Alabrandis now playing for the Chiefs. Strike 1 in the inside corner to the proud Babson man and one-time New York Mets draft pick. And it'll be fouled off the mask of Cam Plank, and it'll be 0-2. Good to catch up with Ted before the game. Has an absolutely adorable son. As that will be ball 1. Chiefs coming into play with a league best 301 team batting average. Teddy, 356 with 3 doubles, 3 homers, and 16 ribbies. And it's not just the bat that gets him on base, it's the eye. As he works it to 2-2, coming into play with a 500 on base percentage and an OPS of 1059. That drifts too far inside, and from 0-2 to 3-2 for one of the best hitting catchers Eastern Mass Amateur Baseball's ever seen. On deck is Andrew Caulfield, and Teddy comes back from 0-2 to work the walk. So here is Andrew Caulfield. Entering play at 329 with an 877 OPS, 3 doubles and 2 home runs, and 14 RBIs. One and 1 the count to Caulfield. He's drawn 11 walks, which is tied for second on the team entering play behind Juba, as this is another fly ball, and Eli will make another catch. And nothing comes of the 2-out walk, and no score after half an inning. like I said, as we during the top of the first, final 2 weeks of the regular season here in the Intercity League, and the Blue Sox have a packed schedule. 3 games this week, and then 5 games next week, Monday through Friday. No days off, with the exception of the weekends next week. Hi, Mrs. Wojtek. Hope you're having a good night, too, and good to hear from you. And tell the rest of the fam I said hi and tell them to tune in. Paul Frisoli on the mound for the Chiefs tonight. Frisoli playing in his 4th game, 1-0 with a 2.10 ERA in 6 2/3 innings. He allowed 2 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 4, struck out 11. Frisoli picked up his first win 5 days ago against the Expos. Went 4 innings, allowed 2 hits and 2 runs, 2 walks, and struck out 6. Frisoli's Intercity League career dates back to 2015 with the Arlington Trojans. Played with the Trojans in 2015 and 2016. Was 0-2 in 35 innings in 9 games those 2 seasons. Played for the Alabrandies last year, went 3-4 with a 1.61 ERA. 3-4-1, I should say, with a 1.61 ERA in 52 1/3 innings with 84 strikeouts. So here's Josue Feliciano to lead things off. Feliciano entering play at 212. No extra base hits, 3 RBIs. And takes strike 1. 1-1 the count to Sway. Sway is 3 for his last 5, plus a walk. Fouls that one over towards the Blue Sox dugout, and it's 1-2. Up and away, ball 2. Definitely drifted up away. Juba tried to frame it, bring it back towards the plate. Unsuccessful. And Sway will reach for that one and foul it off. Sway to be followed by Jeff Costello and Julian Alvarez. And another foul ball by Sway. And Sway will get under this one, foul it off again. Making Frisoli work for it if he's going to retire the leadoff man. Another foul ball. Great at bat to begin the ball game by Sway. Still 2-2 the count. Full count. And Sway makes contact, and it drifts foul down the third base line. This will be a little corkscrew down the first base line. This will be a tough play for Soli. Boots it! So Sway reaches after an epic at-bat. Put the ball in play, good things happen. So that brings up Jeff Costello. Sway on first and nobody out. Costello entering play at 143. 2 hits and 14 at-bats. Sway with a slight lead off first. Sway with the slide step, and he gets Costello to cut through it for strike one to even the count. Fouled off the other way, and it'll be 1-2. Sway dives back into first safely on the pickoff attempt. And this will be dribbled down the third base line and foul. Both teams, as I mentioned, coming in on long winning streaks. Blue Sox 6 in a row, Chiefs 4 in a row. Blue Sox 6 in a row have gotten them to first place in the ICL. Tied for first place in terms of points with the Bulldogs, but with 3 games in hand. Sway gets back to first standing. Chiefs at 10-10-1, 1 point behind the Blue Sox and the Bulldogs. Sway takes off, and this is skied into shallow left center. Tough play, and it drops. Sway tries to get to second, and he gets there safely. So a couple of defensive misplays have the first 2 batters aboard. First, Frasoli unable to pick up the little nubber down the first baseline off the bat of Sway, and then that blooper out of the reach of the shortstop Klein. So here's King Julian. Alvarez entering play 250, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. And Julian takes at the bottom of the zone for strike one. Just missed outside, ball 1. Nice breaking ball, catches the inside corner, and the count will be 1-2. So once again, a 2-strike count for Frasoli, but can he put Alvarez away? And Alvarez will float this one down the right field line. It's going to be a tough play. It drops down the right field line, fair territory. Everyone will move up a base, and the bases are loaded with nobody out on 3 very weakly hit balls. All of them coming out with 2 strikes, too. Frasoli unable to put away these batters. So here is Alex Wojcik with a chance to break things open early. Corner. Feliciano at third, Costello at second, Alvarez at first, nobody out. And Wojtek will foul that one off to make it 0-2. Alvarez again. Wojtek rather again. Fouling one off. So for Soli, for the fourth consecutive batter, able to get to a 2-strike count. And Wojtek still spoiling them. These foul balls, and our home plate umpire supply being depleted with seemingly every pitch. Taken high for ball one. Check swing, and the home plate umpire says he went, so that'll be a strikeout. And Wojtek is retired for out number one to bring up Cam Meyer, the third baseman. Meyer entering play at 364. The 955 OPS, one double, and 916 OPS, two doubles, three ribbies. 1-0. Fouled straight back. Bases filled with Blue Sox here in the bottom of the first with one out. And this will get into right field, down for a base hit. One run's going to score. Being waved around third is Costello. Alvarez into third, and it is 2-0 Blue Sox. So Meyer picks up his fourth and fifth RBIs. And here is Dom Zare. And Dom takes strike one.
Is Meyer M-E-Y or M-A?
Zare entering play at 257 with two doubles and four RBIs. And Dom grounds this one to third. Alvarez throws at third as the throw into second, and now it goes into right center, and Alvarez will score, and it is 3-0.
Meyer scored Josue, and who was the other guy? Jeff.
So here comes Eli Perez. Runners on the corner, still only one out, and Perez will take strike one. Perez playing his 11th game, 227 with 4 RBIs. Leads the team in steals with 5. And he cuts and misses at a pitch darting down and away, and the count will be 0-2. Prezi, 7th man to bat in the inning. John Fritz on deck. Runner takes off for second, and it'll be a swing and a miss. There will pick up the stolen base, and Juba puts it in his pocket to avoid the potential double steal. 2 down, runners now at second and third. And here is Fritz. And Fritz laces this one into right center field. Great sound off the bat. 2 runs will score easily. Fritz is around first. He's on his way to second, and it is 5-0. So batter number 9 of the inning will be the catcher, Cam Plank. And no one yet warming for the Chiefs. And Plank takes just down and in for ball 1. Plank playing his 8th game and batting .357, no extra base hits with 1 RBI. Fouls that one off, and that'll even the count at 1. Off-speed pitch, and Plank swung over the top of it for strike 2. Just high to even the count at 2. Down and in, and nearly hit him. And the count will be full. Ernie Little due up next if Plank can keep the line moving. Payoff pitch. Here it is. A swing and a miss, and the side is retired, but not before the Blue Sox explode for 5 runs here in the bottom of the first to kick off a big stretch of games to conclude the regular season. Three strikeouts in that bottom of the first for Frisoli, but interspersed were 5 hits and 5 runs, including that 2-run double by Fritz. Strike 1 to Ryan Noon to begin the top of the second. Noon lines this one foul the other way, and the count will be 0-2. Noon entering play at .387 with 3 doubles, 2 triples, 1 homer, 18 RBIs. Up and away for ball 1. Here's another pop-up, right side, and caught straddling the foul line for out number 1. Strike 1 to Jackson Duffy, who enters play at .381 with 1 double, 1 triple, and 1 RBI. Quickly down 0-2. And Duffy, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. First strikeout for Pulowski, and that'll be 2 up, 2 down to begin the top of the second. Calderoma ahead 2-0 here as he enters play at .217 with 3 doubles and 9 RBIs. A foul the other way, and the count will be 2-1. Adam Johnson on deck for the Chiefs. A check swing, it bounces the plate, they'll appeal, and he did not go. So the count will be 3-1. On the outside corner, DeRoma rather thought he had ball 4, but instead it's a full count. And now he's got ball 4 as it skips to the backstop, but no further advance and is free base. So, like in the first inning, Pulaski able to get the first 2 batters, but then issues a 2-out walk. See if Adam Johnson can make him pay for it. Johnson already played 200 with 1 double and 2 ribbies. John's playing his 13th game for the Chiefs this season. Pickoff move to first, and back standing without a tag is DeRoma. DeRoma has not attempted a stolen base this season. Inside corner, and the count evens at 1. 2-1. Mrs. Wojcik making a good point in the live chat that next week's going to be hard for the pitchers with 5 games in a row. Imagine how hard it's going to be for the catchers. 3-1. And the bottom of the order starting to grind out some at-bats here against Pulowski. A check swing foul over the Chiefs' dugout, and that'll fill the count. So DeRoma will get a head start here with a full count and 2 out, in the top of the second in a 5-0 ball game. Payoff pitch is swung on and missed. A curveball. And that'll be out number 3 as Pulowski picks up 2 strikeouts in the inning. Again, does not pay for a 2-out walk. And it is still 5-0 Blue Sox after a bucket and a half. Catch me after the game. I'll tell you my whole life story. By the second, Ernie Little will lead things off. For the Blue Sox, he's behind 0-1 and now pulls even. Little and then Feliciano and Costello due up here. In the bottom of the second, Blue Sox picking up 5 runs on 5 hits in the bottom of the first. 2-1 the count. Little and Fritz. Fritz obviously had the double last inning, and Fritz were Little and Fritz were crucial into the success the other night. Bottom of the order contributing. Deep in the hole, shortstop throws, and Little picks up the infield single. I mentioned Frisoli picked up 3 strikeouts in the first inning, but the Blue Sox are just taking advantage of simply putting the ball in play. And it started with this man, Sway, who reached on an infield single after then came around to score as Little dives back in to first base. Came around to reach on an infield single after an epic at-bat, fouling off a bunch of pitches leading off the bottom of the first. Came around to score, and Blue Sox kept marching from there. Sway does not approve of that call. I think might have been a little bit of a premature call. Might have been some extremely late break there from Frisoli, and as that is low, throw down by Juba, and not in time to get Little. 1-1 the count, now a runner in scoring position. Sway fouls that one off, 1-2. Close play at second, and Juba not only fantastic hitter, but a fantastic defensive catcher too, but unable to get a little at second there. Up and away, 2-2. For Little picks up his second stolen base in as many attempts. And Sway chops this one to the left side. It's through into left field for a base hit. Little, despite his speed, will be held at third, as had to make sure the ball wouldn't be fielded by the shortstop Klein. But first and third, nobody out. So Sway 2 for 2. Here's Costello. And he takes just inside for ball 1. Sway takes off this line down the left field line, but foul. And the count will even at 1. Costello grounds this one to short. One hop, and it bounces off the shortstop's glove. Everybody's safe, and a run is in, and it is 6-0. Well, even if they get a clean turn there, Little is definitely scoring, but instead of 2 outs or even just 1, first and second, nobody out, and now we have a conference at the mound for the Chiefs, as there has been some action in the Chiefs bullpen since the start of this inning, but there might be a little more urgency. Brian Safell is the one warming up right now in the Chiefs bullpen. So for the second consecutive inning, the first 3 batters reach. And here is Julian, who singled and scored. Third baseman in, first baseman playing behind the runner, as that's in the dirt for ball 1. Is Julian still behind Danny for the franchise record, Bruce? For home runs? Okay. He's getting close. Breaking ball misses just high, and the count will be 2-0. One that looks juicy, but it's wise to leave upstairs and get into an even more advantageous count, but that one is fouled off. Julian's still ahead, 2-1, with Sway at second and Costello at first. Fouled straight back, and the count is even. Alex Wojcik on deck. 6-0 our score here in the bottom of the second. Rivalry renewed here between the Blue Sox and the Chiefs. And Julian able to lay off that one down low for ball 3 and fill the count. Both runners take off. The pitch is down and in. Oh, no, it's not. It was a strike 3. Wow, and now they got the runner caught between. They got the out on Sway on the bases. And so it's going to be a double play with both runners going. Costello ends up at second after all that, but it's now runner at second, 2 down. And it'll be up to Alex Wojtek. Sway slowed down between second and third because he thought that was ball 4, and I don't blame him. I thought that was low too, but Alex comes up empty for strike 1 to even the count. So Julian down on strikes. Sway caught out between second and third. And a broken bat into left field, and that will be caught for out number 3. So the damage could have been a lot worse, but the Blue Sox do pad another onto their lead and lead it 6-0 after 2.
What's the link again?
Tell them to search Blue Sox Baseball Network on YouTube. Nine, 1, and 2 due up for the Chiefs here in the top of the third. I'll change the score bug to reflect that. Chris Klein to lead things off, followed by Juan Parra and Nick Valdario. And Klein takes outside for ball 1. Klein playing in his 8th game and batting .263 with 1 triple and 3 ribbies. Fouls that one off. And the count will be 1-1. On the outside corner to make it 1-2. Pawlowski with 2 strikeouts and 2 walks for the first 2 innings. And that'll be fouled off. It'll be important to get Klein here with Parr and Valdario. The speedsters due up next. As this is ground to the left side, and just as I say that, Klein reaches on a 2-strike base hit. First time the Chiefs have had the leadoff hitter aboard tonight, and it is their first hit to boot, as DeRoma and Juba had previously reached on walks. Here is Parra, and I mentioned Parra and Valdario's speed. Parra and Valdario, the next 2 batters for the Chiefs, 2nd and 3rd in the Intercity League in stolen bases. Parra with 13, Valdario with 11. As Parra takes up and away for ball 1, Parra applied out to center, leading off the ball game. Just missed inside, and Parra ahead 2-0. Parra's also drawn 11 walks and been hit by a pitch to, as I'll throw to first, to pad his Already stout 362 batting average into a 457 on base percentage. Aldario, no slouch behind him. Breaking ball at the top of the zone. 4 strike 1, and it'll be 2-1. Breaking ball in a similar spot to Julian. I thought was a ball last half inning, but Pulowski gets the call, and this one will be fouled off, and the count will be 2-2. This will be dribbled down the first base line and foul as Sway picks it up there, and the count will remain 2-2. The Chiefs are going to try and claw back into this game. They're got the right start here. Off man aboard, but Para comes up empty on a off-speed pitch down and away. And he is retired for out number 1, third strikeout. For Pulowski, and that brings up Valdario. Valdario flew out to right his first time up. And he comes up empty, and it looks to be a good pitch there against the righties for the lefty Pulowski. 0-1. Valdario, 11 stolen bases, 354 average, and 11 walks. Get his on-base percentage up to 455. As that is inside, and the ball gets away from the catcher, but poor read by Klein at first holds him there. So the count will be 1-1. With the runner still at first. So break there for the Blue Sox. Now throw over to first. Fouled off, the count will be 1-2. Slugging catcher Teddy Juba on deck. Dario's speed will make it hard to turn 2, but a 2-ball would be nice here for... Wow, what a stop by Sway to prevent that from going in the outfield initially. Then it glanced off his glove, backed up by the second baseman Zaire. So again, no chance there for Klein to take off for second, but another strikeout, and 2 down for Juba. And Teddy, who became the Chiefs' first base runner with a 2-out walk back in the first, takes ball 1. 6-0 our score, Blue Sox on top. 5 runs on 5 hits in the bottom of the first for the Blue Sox. Teddy fouls that one off. 1-1. Teddy's a big sports card guy. Goes to card shows. Wants to buy and sell. Ooh, just missed. And the count will be 2-1. Three and 1 the count to Teddy. Andrew Caulfield on deck. And Pulowski walks Juba for the second time. So first and second, 2 out. And here's Caulfield, and Sway going halfway to the mound to give a little encouragement to Pulowski with the right-handed power hitter Caulfield up. Caulfield flew out to right his first time up to end the first. Is that rumbling thunder, or what is that? Is that a plane going into Hanscom? Caulfield laces this one down the right field line, and it'll go all the way to the wall. 1 run is home. Juba is going to be held at third, and it'll be an RBI double for Caulfield, and the Chiefs are on the board. It is 6-1. First pitch swinging. Action right now in the Blue Sox bullpen. The leadoff single by the number 9 hitter Klein does pay off for the Chiefs as they are on the scoreboard, still down 5, but now with 2 runners in scoring position. Ryan Noon, the DH, the bat popped up to Sway, straddling the foul line to lead off the second. Noon entering play at 387. And he laces this one into left center field, and that will get down for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes another, and here come the Chiefs. It is 6-3 with the 2-run single by Noon. First pitch swinging again. Well, it's the Blue Sox and the Chiefs. You weren't really expecting a one-sided game, were you? As here comes Rick DeAngelis, and it looks like that might be it for Jack Pulowski. So Pulowski gets lifted after 2 2/3. And has so far allowed 3 hits, 3 walks, and 3 runs, and is still responsible for the runner on first, Noon. Gavin Dower taking over on the mound for the Blue Sox. And he is making his 4th appearance of the season and his first since June 16th against the Malden Mad Dogs. Back on June 8th against Andre, Dower took the loss. Did not record an out, got allowed 1 hit, 1 run. Solo home run. against the Mad Dogs on June 16th, got the win. Had 1 run unearned in 1 inning with 2 walks and 1 strikeout. He's walked more batters than he struck out in his 2 innings of work this season. In a tough spot here, Chiefs have scored 3 and threatening for more here in the top of the 3rd. And that brings up Jackson Duffy. And that'll be on the inside corner for strike 1. Duffy struck out his first time up last inning against Pulowski. Dower misses inside for ball 1. 5 in the first, 1 in the second for the Blue Sox. 3 and potential for more here in the top of the 3rd for the Chiefs. Inside corner, strike 2, 1-2 to Duffy. Down and away, and a good backhand pick by Plank to prevent an advance by Noon. So the Chiefs breaking into the hit column and the run column here in the top of the 3rd in a big way, as this is grounded to the left side and through for a base hit. Noon up to second, and that brings the tying run to the plate. It'll be in the person of Kyle DeRoma, who picked up a 2-out walk his first time up. And the history these two teams have against each other, you weren't expecting a one-sided game, were you? Like I said, but tying run at the plate in DeRoma. 1-0 the count. First and second. High for ball 2. And it's getting dicey. Popped up, fouling out of play, and the count will be 2-1. Noon at second, Duffy at first. Outside corner, strike 2 to even the count. Adam Johnson on deck. And another foul into the screen. Check swing, and he went around. Kind of a subdued call there by the home plate umpire. He pointed to the batter saying he went around, and that'll do it for the inning. So the Chiefs get 3 but leave 2. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd. 6-3. I heard, yep. Okay, and then Safel pitching. Okay, great. So just a position swap for Teddy and Kyle. Okay, thanks. Couple of changes for the Chiefs as we get the bottom of the third underway. Kyle DeRoma and Teddy Juba swapping positions. So Juba now at first and DeRoma behind the plate. And we have a new pitcher after Soli goes the first two for the Chiefs. It'll be Brian Saffello, I mentioned, was warming up earlier. Saffello playing in his third game of the season, 2.63 ERA, no decisions, 2 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Both games he's played this year were against the Malden Mad Dogs on June 1st and July 12th. So here we go to the bottom of the third with Cam Meyer to lead things off. And Saffello gets the first one by him for strike one. Meyer with an RBI single his first time up, back in the first. High for ball one to even the count. Well, how large is that double play loom last inning? As that misses inside for ball two. The Blue Sox thought they were going to have the bases loaded, nobody out. Instead it turned to a strike him out, throw him out double play. 2-2 the count. Blue Sox only got 1 run out of that rally in the bottom of the second to try and pad even more onto what was a 5-0 and then a 6-0 lead. As that is high and it'll be a full count. Now the Chiefs cut the deficit in half with 3 2-out runs. In the top half of this third inning, and Cam draws a walk. So for the third consecutive inning, the Blue Sox have the leadoff hitter aboard. And here is Dom Zare. Reached on fielder's choice and scored. That was back in the first. Runner goes. Dom grounds it to first. It ricochets off the first baseman's glove, Juba, and that is in play. So it'll be first and third. Play a new position, the ball immediately finds you.
Literally.
So Dom aboard. Runners on the corners, nobody out. And here is Eli Perez. Struck out back in the first. And Eli, broken back grounder to short, slow roller, probably won't get 2. Dom is out at second. Eli reaches on the fielder's choice. Run comes in to score, and that'll make it 7-3. So Cam comes in with his second run of the game. And here's John Fritz. 2-run double. Back in the first, down and away, and this gets away temporarily. Throw down to second, and offline. DeRoma and Juba both tested here in the bottom of the third after the position swap. 1-0 the count now to Fritz. And Fritz will pop this one foul. And no doubt about that one. It'll be out of play, and the count will be 1-1. So we're at least one run in each of the first 3 innings for the Blue Sox. Of course, 5 in the first, 1 in the second, now 1 in the third, looking for more as that misses just outside for ball 2 to Fritz. Perez leading off of second. And this is skied into center field. Valdario's camping under it. He makes the catch, gets the throw into the shortstop, and a strong throw at that to hold Eli at second with 2 down. So it'll be up to Cam Plank to keep the line moving. Foul stepping off the rubber, and Eli getting back there at second. Eli takes off for third, and it's fouled off. Eli had that third base bag stolen. If Plank hadn't fouled that one off. Third baseman Caulfield looked like he was coming way off the third base bag. Up and in. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Off balance. Plank. 1-2. Blue Sox put up another crooked number. As this is grounded to third. Easy throw by Caulfield. Stretch by Juba. And the side is retired. Blue Sox get a run back and lead 7-3 after 3. New pitcher for the Blue Sox is Brendan King. And King will fire strike one in there to begin the top of the fourth to face Johnson, Klein, and Para. That misses low for ball one to Johnson, who struck out to end the second. A foul tip into the mitt, and the count will be 1-2. King making his Blue Sox debut tonight. As that misses down and away for ball two to even the count. So Pulowski the first 2 2/3, Dower a third, and now King here in the top of the fourth. And a breaking ball down and in, and the count will be full. A sky-high pop-up down the left field line, going into foul territory. It'll drop. It glanced off the left fielder's glove, but it was in foul territory, so I'll just do it again after all that. Fritz was down there and took a turn on him, but lucky for him, it will not result in a base runner. So, at least one more from King to Johnson. And a swing and a miss. Johnson down on strikes for the second time. And that'll bring up Chris Klein, who led off the top of the third with the Chiefs' first hit and eventually came around to score the Chiefs' first run. Breaking ball misses high for ball one. Broken bat caught. Two up, two down, as Klein is now 1 for 2 on that easy pop up to Zare at second. And the lineup turns over for Juan Para, who will try to erase an 0 for thus far. 0 for 2 with a fly out to center to strikeout. Breaking ball at the top of the zone for strike one. Swing and a miss. Top to bottom. 0-2. Make him look up. You make him swing over the top of one down. And he watches one up and away. Not the right place to go there. 1-2. Grounder to short. Parsk got wheels. Throw to first. In time! So 1-2-3 inning. Solid start to the Blue Sox career of Brendan King. Halfway home, 7-3 Blue Sox.
Sally.
7-3 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. And it'll be 10-1-2. Ernie Little, Josue Feliciano, and Jeff Costello due up here for the Blue Sox. Little singled leading off the bottom of the second and came around to score. Fell out there for another inning of work and catches the outside corner for strike one. It's been Pulowski, Dower, and King thus far for the Blue Sox. For Soli and Safel for the Chiefs. Up and away, ball one. Inside corner, strike two. Try to get him fishing there, as one usually does on 1 and 2, but good layoff by Ernie. Evens the count at 2. Little takes ball 3. Inside corner, strike 3 called. Little was ready to pitch the bat and head to first, but instead walks back to the dugout. And for the first time, the leadoff man is retired for the Blue Sox. And the line turns over for Sway, who's 2 for 2. 2 singles and a run scored. Sway will ground this one down the first base line. It is a fair ball. Sway is on his way to second. And he will keep on going to third. The throw comes into the cutoff man. It will be in time to get him. And Sway will get a double, but will be out number 2. So Jeff Costello will try and keep the line moving, and he grounds this one up the middle. Nice diving attempt by the shortstop Klein, but it gets into center field. And the inning will continue as Costello picks up his second hit. Tough break for Sway there, as that double was his first extra base hit of the year, but It's thrown out, trying to stretch it into a triple. And Julian hits this one into left center field, and that will get down for a base hit. And I'm not sure what Costello was doing holding up between first and second there with 2 outs. Don't think he would have gotten to third anyway, but at that point you're risking getting thrown out, getting thrown into what, a 8-4 fielder's choice to end the inning, maybe? Well, he does get to second. It's a base hit for Julian, his second of the ball game, and we will have a pitching change for the Chiefs.
Number 25 in the scorecard. Yeah, try to make life easy for you guys, putting all the names and numbers on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Tommy Leone is the new pitcher for the Chiefs, making his 8th appearance of the season, 0-1 with a 3 ERA, 9 1/3 innings allowed, 4 hits, 7 runs, 4 of which are earned, walked 8, struck out 12, surrendered 1 home run, and thrown 3 wild pitches. Only appearance against the Blue Sox this season came on June 14th, went an inning and did not allow a hit, run, or walk while striking out 2. Pitched last night, in fact, against the Expos. Went 2 innings, allowed 2 hits and 1 unearned run while striking out 4. Good for a clip of 1.29 strikeouts per inning. So, with first and second and 2 out, Alex Wojtek try and get the Blue Sox lead back up to 5, or maybe 6, depending on how hard he can hit this one. 7? Let's see. Leone to Wojtek. High for ball 1. Alex 0 for 2-1. Three and 1. Swing and a miss. Full count, 2 out. Runners will be off of the pitch with Cam Meyer due up next. There they go. Ball 4 inside. Bases loaded as Alex is aboard for the first time. And here's Cam Meyer, who was singled, walked, and scored 2 runs. Infield will play back here. And Meyer comes up empty for strike 1. No fear right now from Tommy Leone. He is ahead of Meyer 0-2 and misses just inside for ball 1. Costello at third, Alvarez at second, Wojtek at first. And a foul. Nearly hit him as that drifted a little too up and in. And the count will be 2-2. More action behind Leone in the Chiefs' bullpen. Full count. Runners will be in motion once again. Dom's there on deck. Runners go. Into right field. And this will be caught by Parra. And the Blue Sox squander a bases-loaded opportunity. And it is still 7-3 after 4. Sean Mahan on the mound for the Blue Sox as we get the top of the 5th underway, and he fires strike 1 to Nick Valdario, who's 0 for 2 with a fly out to right and a strikeout swinging. And Valdario into center field, and that will be a trap. Tough break there for Costello in center as he kind of stumbled breaking in on the ball, and that denied him the opportunity of making the catch. So we've got some other defensive changes, I think. Yep. So, leadoff man aboard on the single by Valdario, throw back to first, and Valdario safe. And Mahan gets strike 1 in there to Teddy Juba, who has 2 walks and a run. Throw back to first. Safe again is Valdario. There's Nel Soto in the game now at short. Runner goes, the pitch is a ball, throw down to second, it skips in, and he's safe. So the count will be 1-1 and a runner in scoring position. Pitch low for ball 2. Outside corner, strike 2. Dario picking up the stolen base now at second. And Mahan stepping off the bag. Mahan, the 4th pitcher of the game for the Blue Sox. The 2-2 count against Juba. And this is grounded right back to Mahan. He's got the runner in a hot box between second and third. He'll throw to third. And they get... Oh, Valdario with his speed. And I thought he would get under the tag. But he is retired. And a sigh of relief there for the Blue Sox as they get the lead runner. So, runner at first, 1 out. As Juba reaches on the fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Andrew Caulfield, who doubled and scored his last time up. And he checks his swing, and it's strike 1. One, 1. Two and 1. Mahan in his 3rd game of the season for the Blue Sox. And behind the power-hitting Caulfield, 3 and 1. Mahan has thrown 2 1/3 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. And that just misses inside. So 1st and 2nd with 1 out as Caulfield is aboard for the 2nd time. And that'll bring up Ryan Noon. RBI 2-run single his last time up in the 3rd. And another hard hit ball, but this is yanked foul for strike 1. Mahan's first appearance of the season back on June 24th was against the Chiefs. Went an inning and 2/3, 3 hits and 1 earned run with no walks or strikeouts. Juba at second, Caulfield at first, and that is on the outside corner for strike 2. And I mentioned the 2-run single, driving in Juba and Caulfield, in fact, back in the 3rd. Then he popped up to first his first time, and that'll come straight to your living room. 7-3 our score. Blue Sox put up a 5 spot in the bottom of the 1st. Then a run each in the 2nd and 3rd. Chiefs, after being down 6-0 after 2, cut it in half with 3 in the top of the 3rd. Before the Blue Sox got that 7th run, as I mentioned, in the bottom of the 3rd. This is grounded to the left side. Diving attempt. Not there. Into left field for a base hit. Here comes Juba chugging his way home. And the Chiefs are back within 3. It is 7-4. So, for the second time this game, the Chiefs bring the tying run to the plate as Noon picks up his second hit and third RBI of the ball game. Duffy fouls that one off. Strike one. Duffy is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Grounder to the left side, fielded at third. Throw to second, one, and that's all they're gonna get as Zare's momentum carried him towards left center field, coming across the second base bag, and rather than try a wild throw to first, does the right thing, holds on to it. So that'll make it runners at the corners, 2 out. And Kyle DeRoma to the plate. And DeRoma takes outside, ball 1. DeRoma walked in the second, struck out in the third. And now, we have a conference between Mahan, Feliciano, and Plank. Seven for our score. Chiefs with the tying run at the plate. And this is grounded to second. Zare's got it. Oh, he doesn't got it. Run scores. Ooh, routine grounder to second. Not quite routine. And Dave Lightbody is going to come to the plate representing the go-ahead run. As it is 7-5. Lightbody will take strike 1. Pinch hitting for Adam Johnson. Veteran Lightbody had a massive home run a few years ago to send the Alabrannies to the Interstate League Championship Series against the Wakefield Merchants. 1-1 the count. Lightbody, 3 games, 3 for 7 with 2 runs batted in. And he comes up empty there. And the count will be 1-2. Down and away, throw back to second, and safe there. 2-2. 7-5 as the Chiefs pick up 2 more here in the top of the 5th and looking for more. And a liner to third, 1 hop, throw to first, a little off target, but Sway holds onto it. 2 steps back onto the first base bag, and the Blue Sox escape with the lead still intact, but 2 more for the Chiefs to make it 7-5 after 4.5.
Bova in for Lightbody, playing shortstop, Klein moves over to second. So Bova's in for Lightbody. BOVA at shortstop. Klein moves over to second. My bad, baby. Come on, let's go. Come on, we gotta keep scoring. Using the bench.
So one change for the Chiefs as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Well, actually, got kind of two changes. Klein is going to move from shortstop to second base, and Joe Bova is going to play short and bat in the 8th slot where Dave Lightbody just pinch hit and grounded into the 3rd out of the top of the 5th. A top of the 5th where the Chiefs picked up 2 more runs. They were down 6-0 after 2. And now trail 7-5. Tommy Leone back out there for the Chiefs on the mound. And it will be Dom Zare, Eli Perez, and John Fritz due up here in the bottom of the 5th for the Blue Sox. Zare 1 for 2, reached on fielder's choice and scored in the first, singled in the 3rd. And he takes high for ball 1. Low and inside corner for strike 1 to even the count on Dom. Third baseman creeping in on the grass as Dom takes down and in for ball 2, 2-1. The Blue Sox got the leadoff man aboard in each of the first 3 innings. As that's fouled off, the count will be 2-2. And Ernie Little struck out to lead off the 4th before the Blue Sox got 4 straight base runners, but were unable to score last inning. And Dom hits a laser into left field that 1 hops in front of the left fielder Duffy. And Dom picks up his 2nd hit. And the Blue Sox with the leadoff man aboard for the 4th time in 5 innings. As Eli Perez comes up to bat, 0 for 2, strikeout and a fielder's choice. And with his speed, I'm trying to lay one down here. And a sacrifice would not necessarily be the given result. And with Dom's speed, he can get a head start too. Eli does square, pulls back, throw back to first, and they didn't get him. Tough situation there because Dom was running all the way back to the bag, didn't get to dive back in, and Tejuba almost tagged him on the back. Another throw to first, and it is picked by Juba to prevent it from going into right field or possibly into foul territory and out of play. Still 1-0 the count. Eli squares again, pulls back, and it is up and in for ball 2. And love watching Andrew Caulfield. You know, wisely coming in to try and field that bunt, but came in almost right on top of the plate when that pitch was caught. 2-0 the count. Well, Eli tries to swing the bat here. Does not square and swings at a pitch that may have been above his helmet. Love the exuberance, but just a bit outside. 2-1. Dom creeping off of first. Another bunt, but this one will go foul. And Eli will definitely not be bunting here with 2 strikes. Runner on first, nobody out, 2-2 count. John Fritz on deck. And runner takes off, pitch is low, throw down to second is offline. It'll be a stolen base for Dom. And I gotta make sure he's okay. A full count. And looks like trying to see Dom if he was still on the field, but he's behind the pitcher. So full count, runner at second. And the 3-2. And Eli the ball went one way. Half the barrel of his bat went the other way. Now Eli holding auditions for a new bat. So we are still at a full count. Sway just said what I was thinking. I didn't know where to look. I saw two things going opposite directions, and like I said, the fragments went down the third baseline. The ball went down the first baseline, and this will be grounded right back to the pitcher. He'll look the runner back to second, and after all that, Eli is retired for out number 1. So 1 down for Fritz. 2-run double in the first, fly to center in the third. I'm getting a decent lead off of second. And Fritz will take up and away for ball 1. Second baseman's pinching way close on the second base bag, and that'll leave the gap open on the right side for that to dunk in for a base hit. Dom is on his way home, and he is safe! And taking second on the play is Fritz, and it is 8-5. I mean, that's what you got to do when you're a second baseman, but he was so close to the bag. I don't know if he would have had a play in that, if he was playing closer to his natural position, but regardless, it is an RBI for Fritz, 8-5. Zare scores, and Plank takes down and away for ball 1. The Blue Sox again get a run back. Back up by 3. You know they want to make it more. Big swing and a miss by Plank, 0 for 2. Thus far, the strikeout and a ground out to third. So the Blue Sox have scored in each of the innings where they get the leadoff man aboard. And Plank will pop this one up into right. Parra makes the catch. Fritz holds at second. 2 down. And here's Jesnel Soto. Soto getting his first at bat after taking over for Ernie Little. Soto playing in his 11th game, 364 hitter with 1 double and 2 RBIs. And takes just at the top of the strike zone for strike 1. In the top of the 6th, the Chiefs will have Klein, Para, and Valdario due up. And this is down the right field line, and welcome to the game. Soto will drive in John Fritz, and it is 9-5. So Soto picks up his third RBI of the season. And that'll turn over the lineup for Sway. And Sway takes down away for ball one. Sway 3 for 3. 2 singles and a double, but was thrown out at third last inning, trying to stretch that double into a triple. And he pops this one up, foul, but that'll get out of play. And the count will be 1-1. 9-5 our score. 2 more runs here in the bottom of the 5th for the Blue Sox. Sway with his 8th, 9th, and 10th hits of the season, including his first extra base hit tonight. Runner takes off for second, pitches a ball, throw down to second, and they did not get him. So a stolen base for Soto after the RBI single. So 2-1. So Sway, with the 3-hit game thus far, is back-to-back multi-hit games. And this will be popped up. Juba calling for it, standing near the first base bag, and gets it for the out that retires the side. But the Blue Sox pick up 2 more and stretch the lead to 9-5 after 5. There's one more note on Sway with the 3 hits. It's his first 3-hit game of the season. And 2 hits last time out against the Bulldogs. Had 2 hits against Malden back on the 5th. New pitcher for the Blue Sox will be Borja Jones Bersaluthe. Borja making his 8th appearance of the season, 2-0 with a save and a .95 ERA, 7 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. By the way, this season, Borja got a little bit of a Blue Sox career milestone as he got his first Blue Sox at-bat, hit, and RBI. That came against Malden on June 16th. Strike 1 to the number 9 hitter, Chris Klein, who is now the second baseman. 1 for 2 with a single, a run scored, and a pop-up to second. Borja misses with the curveball inside for ball 1. Both teams' pitchers trying to freeze the right-handed batters with the curveball inside. Haven't been that successful at that tonight, however. 2-1 to Klein, to be followed by Para and Valdario. Borja, the 5th pitcher of the night for the Blue Sox. And a swing and a miss. Got the fastball by him, 2-2. Borja follows Pulowski, Dower, King, and Mahan. In there for strike 3 called, and Klein knew it, and that'll be out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. So Klein now 1 for 3, and the lineup turns over for Para, who is 0 for 3, shockingly enough. And you got Para and Valdario, the top of the order, two of the best base stealers and on-base guys in the league. As Dom ranges to try and get that one at second, but it's into right for a base hit, and Para is off the schneid. He is 1 for 4. Valdario, 1 for 3, singled his last time up. Flied out to right in the first and struck out in the third. And this will be popped up foul and out of play for strike 1. Both teams with action in their bullpens. It's like Aiden Freeberg in the Blue Sox bullpen right now. Borja comes set. Outside corner, strike 2. Looks like A.J. Rourke warming right now for the Chiefs. Sky high into center, and that'll be caught. Two down for Teddy Juba. Valdario now 1 for 4, and Juba reached base all 3 times. 2 walks, 3-time fielder's choice last time, and has scored 2 runs. Soft toss over to first. Para back standing without a tag. In the bottom of the 6th, Costello, Alvarez, and Wojtek due up for the Blue Sox. High for ball 1. 9-5 our score. Blue Sox got 5 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 2 in the 5th. Chiefs with 3 in the third and 2 in the 5th of their own. And a nice swing by Juba, but a little too far out in front of that one. Foul ball, strike 1. Low for ball 2. 2-1s looked like Borja tried to get the lefty Juba to chase a changeup. And Juba with a hitter's count, looking for his first hit of the ball game. Three and 1. Andrew Caulfield on deck. Slow set by Borja on the pitch. Inside, and 3 more walks to the total for Teddy Juba. So, Para up to second. Did I say Valdaria this whole time? Jeez. All right. Para up to second. Juba at first. Here is Caulfield. 1 for 2 with a double, a walk, and 2 runs. Tying run now in the on-deck circle for the Chiefs. Swing and a miss. Strike one as Caulfield was trying to cut it to 1 with that swing. Caulfield with 2 home runs and 14 RBIs entering play today. On the outside corner for strike 2. He's hit 7 home runs in the last 3 Intercity League seasons, including this season, and had 8 doubles, 1 triple, and 3 homers last year. And he cuts and misses on that one, and a 3-pitch strikeout for Borja, the power hitter, Caulfield, and the Chiefs leave 2, and we go to the bottom of the 6th, still 9-5 Blue Sox.
Rourke, now pitching. Rourke, now pitching. R-O-U. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Number 17 in the program.
A.J. Rourke, the new pitcher for the Chiefs, as we go to the bottom of the 6th. 6th appearance of the season, 0-1 with one tie and a 1.3 ERA. In 7 2/3 innings, he's allowed 9 hits, 7 runs, but only 2 of them are earned. Walked 4 and struck out 10. Making his 2nd appearance of the season against the Blue Sox. Pitched an inning against the Sox on June 14th and allowed 2 hits with 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Those mentioned 7 runs and only 2 of them are earned. Allowed 5 unearned runs in an inning and 2/3 in taking the loss against Reading back on the 11th. And that was the last time he pitched. Rourke in his first season with the Chiefs. And hoping to preserve the Chiefs' shot at extending their winning streak. He has to face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Costello, Alvarez, and Wojtek. Here's Costello, 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a run scored. Rourke working with the full windup. And this will be fouled off for strike 1. A rarity in tonight's game. Most of the pitchers working exclusively from the stretch. Rourke, the 4th pitcher of the game for the Chiefs, following Frasoli, Safel, and Leone, and this will be caught in right field for out number 1. Manny Del Carmen warming in the bullpen for the Blue Sox. As Jeff is now 2 for 4, and here is Julian, who is 2 for 3. Julian singled and scored back in the first, struck out looking in the second. That controversial strike 3 call on the full count that resulted in a strike him out, throw him out double play, and singled in the fourth. 3-0. On the Blue Sox do not get the leadoff man aboard. Here in the 6th, they scored in each of the 4 innings in which they did get the leadoff man aboard. And a 4-pitch walk to Jules. So he's aboard for the 3rd time. And that'll bring up Alex Wojtek. 0 for 2 with a strikeout, a flyout to left, and a walk. And we got time called. And it looks like we are going to have a pinch runner for Jules at first. As Alex swings and misses for a strike. We'll try to let you know who the pinch runner is. Swing and a miss for a strike, too. So Jimmy Mahoney pinch running at first for Jules. An 0-2 count to Alex, and he'll foul that one off. Look at Jimmy go. Oh, 0-2 the count to Wojtek with Cam Meyer on deck. And a liner down the left field line. That is a fair ball. Mahoney's on his way to 3rd. Alex is on his way to 2nd. The throw into 3rd is not in time, and it's a double for Alex. So Alex picks up his 5th double of the season. 5 of his 6 hits are doubles. Five doubles, more than enough for the team lead for Alex. Ball 2. Dom Zaire, Cam Meyer, and Andrew Salima each with 2 doubles entering play. Meyer 1 for 2. And he laces this one into left field. This is going back, and that is gone! Oh! Mercy! Cam Meyer with his first home run of the season for the Blue Sox. His first career Blue Sox home run, picks up a 3-run Johnson and makes it 12-5. And it looks like we got a pinch hitter for Dom. Yep, it does look that way. Grounder to the right side, diving stop, and Eli Perez fouls it off for strike 1. In the top of the 7th, Noon, Duffy, and DeRoma due up for the Chiefs. McCullough there, by the way, just grounded out. Entered play, 364 hitter with 3 ribbies. And the Blue Sox are going to put this one out of reach and make it 7 consecutive wins. And stay unbeaten in the month of July. This is driven deep to left, and that will stay in the park. It goes up against the wall. I think Eli was a little too enthused by that one, but it'll get the double. Sounded good off the bat. Sounded similar to Cam's hit. But Eli is now 1 for 4 with that double. And Chris Afaro is going to bat for John Fritz. Afaro playing in his 9th game of the season. 250 hitter with a double, a triple, and 2 RBIs. Two and 0. Taken for strike 1. 2 and 1. And it'll be fouled off of the dish. 2 and 2. Twelve runs thus far for the Blue Sox, second most they've scored in a game this season, surpassing their 2 games where they had 11. I think on opening night against the Bulldogs, and then in that 11-10 nail-biter against the Melrose Americans on the 6th. Season high 17, which they put up against Malden on June 16th. Full count, 2 out to Afaro. And that is low for ball 4, and Eli on the wild pitch will take third. So the inning continues with the walk and the wild pitch. First and third, 2 out. Here is Cam Plank for the 4th time tonight. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Ground out to third and a fly out to right. And he will pop this one up. And the pop-up will end the inning, but 3 more for the Blue Sox here in the bottom of the 6th, and we go to the top of the 7th. Closing time for the Blue Sox, 12-5 on top of the Chiefs. like Stephen Bangs will be the new pitcher for the Blue Sox for the top of the 7th. And Bangs making his 6th appearance of the season. 0-1 with a 2.9 ERA, 9 2/3 innings, 10 hits allowed, 6 runs, 4 of which were earned, 8 walks, 11 strikeouts, 2 hit batters, 4 wild pitches. It's like a slew of changes for the Blue Sox. Is that Jaden O'Connor behind the plate? Looks like it. Oh, no. 42. All right, well, anyways, we'll report what we know, and we'll tell you that. The first pitch is fouled off for strike 1. Ryan Noon behind 0-1. Noon 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Bangs hits the outside corner. 0-2. The Sox looking to make it 7 wins in a row, go to 12-6. And that runs inside, and it did not hit Noon, so it'll be 1-2. Score holds. Chiefs would have their 4-game winning streak snapped and fall to 10-11-1. Fouled off. Bangs mentioned he's 0-1. That loss came on June 24th against the Chiefs. 2 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Out in front of that one was Noon. He'll stay alive at 1-2. Blue Sox unable to get the leadoff man aboard in the bottom of the 6th, but did push 3 runs across. 2-2. This is into left field, and this will be a diving catch in left field. What a fantastic catch for out number 1. So Bangs gets the leadoff man. Noon now 2 for 4. And Jackson Duffy, the hitter, ahead 1-0. Duffy 1 for 3 with a single back in the 3rd, and he'll make it 2 for 4. We'll have a pinch hitter for Kyle DeRoma. And it will be Rafi Bautista. And Bautista making his Chiefs debut. Oh, it's John Bautista? Okay, I have Rafi Bautista and John Bautista, but it is John Bautista, my mistake. Or Bautista, there's a Bautista and a Bautista on the Chiefs. But this is John Bautista, apologies. Bautista batting .429 in 11 games with 2 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 10 RBIs, and more walks than strikeouts, 9-7. 2-0 the count to John. John with a 1338 OPS. Two and 1 the count now. Bautista last night was 1 for 3 with a walk against Middlesex. Two and 2. Bautista played in 1 game against the Blue Sox this year. It was back on June 8th. 2 for 2 with 2 runs, 2 doubles, 2 walks, and 2 RBIs. Two and 2 the count, runner on first. And this is into right field. And this will be caught for out number 2. Chiefs down to their final out. And Joe Bova, who came in as a defensive replacement in the 5th after Dave Lightbody pinch hit for Adam Johnson, will come up empty for strike 1. Bova 133 with 2 ribbies, 4 hits and 30 at-bats, all of them singles. And that just missed down and away, and the count will be even at 1. Bova has as many walks as hits, 4-4, and has struck out 13 times of those 30 at-bats. First plate appearance of the season against the Blue Sox for Bova. Takes strike 2, and the Chiefs are down to their final strike. Bangs looking to put a bow on it. 1-2 ahead of Bova. Runner goes, pitches inside, throw down to second. Didn't get him. So 2-2. Stolen base for Duffy. Chris Klein on deck. And Banks comes set. And the 2-2. Just outside. And the count will be full. Foul tip into the mitt for strike 3. The ball game is over. The Blue Sox remain undefeated in July. 7 in a row since the 4th of July break. And they improved to 12-6. Hold on to first place in the Intercity League. And the Chiefs, their 4-game win streak comes to an end. They are 10-11-1. 12-5. Again, the 12 runs for the Blue Sox, second most in a game this season for the team. Got a bunch of guys in. Got them valuable experience for the push for playoff seeding here in these final 2 weeks. So thanks for watching this presentation of Lexington Blue Sox baseball here on the Blue Sox Baseball Network on YouTube. Blue Sox next game is Thursday. It'll be here. It will be at Brandeis University, 8:15 p.m. first pitch. Blue Sox taking on the Middlesex Expos. And be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow the Blue Sox on Twitter and Instagram, both handles at @BlueSox_ICL. The final score again from center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. It is the Lexington Blue Sox 12 and the Andre Chiefs 5. My name is Sam